Hi everybody, I'm Alex Cottegorand. I have a very difficult job where part of my world is to go out and visit some of our network in their locations. And today I'm in Verbier with Annabelle Common, who runs the amazing office we have here in Verbier. And wow, what a day we've chosen to do it.
It's like this every day, Alex.
It's like this every day, is it? Right. So I wanted to ask a couple of questions. So this year has been a year of turmoil. We've had 40, 50 elections globally, lots of countries changing governments. There's different fiscal plans coming in from all these governments. Now, we've seen Switzerland coming very much on the map. What are you seeing on the ground here in Verbier? Are you seeing that beginning to take place?
Yeah, well, actually what I think the point is there is that, yes, there's an enormous amount of movement and uncertainty everywhere else, whereas Switzerland remains the stable centre, which means that we're seeing a lot of people move here as a result of that. I think when we first heard about the Labour government's new policy against the non-doms tax situation, I think what happened was we had a lot of people contact us to do estimations on their properties so they could assess their worldwide wealth. And now we're starting to see a lot of those estimations convert into people saying, okay, actually, now I really want to sell as a result because they have to stay wherever they might be, or as a complete opposite, they decided we want to get out of the UK, and actually Switzerland and Verbier is a really good destination.
Well, I think absolutely. I think we recently did a European lifestyle review, which was all about some of the key reasons why people are relocating, and you'd expect tax to be one of the highest. And
definitely,
yes, it was top three, but it was number three.
Yeah.
You know, the first one was actually stability and safety.
Yeah.
Switzerland has always been that stable environment, which is why we see so many people coming around the country, let alone just to Verbier.
Yeah.
But more and more people now looking at the mountains as a primary home, as a main relocation. What we sort of fully expect, I guess, is that we're beginning to have those conversations, but I guess over Christmas you'll talk about it as a family. It's quite a big move to get up and just completely relocate.
Yeah.
But in Verbier you've got now communities living here all the time, haven't you?
Definitely, yeah, and I think what's important is we now have 2 international schools, both of which follow the IB system. One of the schools is actually building huge, big, beautiful new boarding houses right next to the sports centre, which is also being hugely developed and renovated. So the all-year-round facilities in the resort are, the commune is putting a huge amount of investment into the summer infrastructure. So that suddenly makes it a permanent and primary residence destination that it perhaps wasn't before. And I think probably another key for us is that whilst the interest rates increased a lot over the last year, we have actually just seen them drop for the 3rd time, and we know that they're going to drop again at the beginning of next year. And our worst case scenario that we had at the beginning of the year was about 3%. So whatever happened, we were still
seriously low.
Exactly, we were still one of the lowest in the whole of Europe. So whilst that had an impact on the market at the potentially a bit over the lower end more, we're starting to see those people now realise that actually they're completely safe to move their money, they can invest in a second home, and even more so, they can put a lot more investment into maybe a larger primary residence asset.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, and Verbier is a great option. Obviously it's easy access to high skiing, so if you're having a poor snow year, this is a great option.
Yeah.
And we changed the name of our ski report this year to the Alpine report, pure and simply because so many people are using their chalets much more as a year-round destination.
Definitely.
Annabelle, last thing, if I may, if you're coming here to look at property, what's the one piece of advice you'd give people to maybe prepare themselves before they arrive, or a little snippet of an insight?
I think probably the key is that property is still moving very quickly, so the market is still strong. We haven't seen a price increase, but we definitely haven't seen a price drop, and the right property at the right price is still selling incredibly quickly. So come prepared, speak to your banks before you come out, get your financing sorted. We can introduce you to notaries so that you've done all of your paperwork, so you're really ready to make an offer and move as quickly as possible, so you don't miss out on that dream home opportunity.
Yeah, great. And we've got a finance team that look after mortgages in Switzerland, so can help you right from London as well. So Annabelle, thank you. Amazing.
Thank you.